Hello friends and fellow flute enthusiast and also beloved Sweetgrass friend. Here it is late September and it's feeling like sweetgrass weather, which changes every year, as those who have come to this event know. Some years it's hot, some years it's cold. I wanted to make this video to help articulate some of the ideas and concerns and questions around sweetgrass. And I have 4 questions that I'd like to answer today. One is, will sweetgrass continue? The second one is, why did you make this decision? 3, what will happen to in-person activities? 4, how can we or you get involved? I'll start with this. Sweetgrass is or was a 5-day event here in eastern Iowa, where we brought in instructors and students from far and wide. We had about 40 students each year in our 2.5-day flute school, 2.5-day festival, brought in flute vendors. It's just a really magical event, all run by volunteers. And so to answer the first question, will Sweetgrass continue? Yes, but in a different way. And Sweetgrass will no longer hold in-person activities. Instead, it's going to be more of a foundational organization. And what I mean by that is, this kind of ties into the second question, why did you make this decision? Over the last 2 years, a lot has changed, as you know. And having that space to just listen and be involved in our community and really see where the need is, it started out as just kind of a little, hey, that's kind of an interesting idea, to now like this feels right. So what Sweetgrass will do is to help put flutes into the hands of those who cannot afford a flute, and also give them adequate training. I've been leading a lot of workshops, a lot of courses, doing a lot of stuff on YouTube in the last 2 years, and I commonly hear, I would love to have a flute, I cannot afford one, or is there a resource that I could get a discounted flute, things of that nature. And for those people who really desire to learn and grow and be creative with the native flute, and money stands in their way, I think Sweetgrass is the perfect organization to be that help to them. So what we plan to do is to fundraise, is to take donations of flutes and other resources to where we can turn those into flutes, and then these people will then get a flute, but also proper training. And we're also having conversations around bringing in other instructors in our community to come in and lead maybe a one afternoon workshop or something on Zoom. We realize that these people are going to be spread out all over the place. We have great organizations within our industry like Flutes for Vets. Every year I've given away flutes to children and to different communities, and doing some school programming. And I feel like Sweetgrass would be a great vehicle for this kind of foundational work. And so that's really how we came to this decision, and we hope that you'll support it, and I'll talk about some ways that maybe you can support this endeavor. But the third question on my list was, what will happen to in-person activities? What will happen to the flute school? All these things. So back in 2020, as the world was kind of shutting down, I launched the Native Flute Academy, which was an online learning platform. I put my first online course there. Now we have several. Well, earlier this year, we rebranded to Horizons Flute School. And so what we're having conversations around right now is letting Horizons Flute School be the hub for in-person activities as well. And it's our goal, our hope, that we can offer 2 in-person activities per year. So one in the spring and one in the fall is what we're looking at right now. We don't have any other plans. We're still figuring it out. So we ask for your patience there. And so we will likely bring in other instructors sometimes, We'll figure that out, but know that an in-person event will return, and it may not be called Sweetgrass, but you can bet that it's gonna feel a lot like Sweetgrass. So big hugs to you guys out there who are missing Sweetgrass. I am too. And so this leads me to my last question. How can you get involved? How can you help? So the first thing is, please be patient with us. Stay updated with us on our social media. But pray for us. This is new territory for us in a lot of ways. And so we need your support and your kindness. The other thing is, we'll be doing different fundraisers throughout the year to help raise funds for Sweetgrass. I'll be adding a checkout feature to round up or to donate at checkout from my personal website. And so if you also have any flutes that you no longer play, maybe just doesn't jive with you anymore, you're welcome, and we would gratefully accept those as donations to Sweetgrass. If a flute is not tuned well or something is going to hinder someone's learning abilities on that instrument, we may choose to sell it and then use those funds to go purchase a solid flute for someone starting out. These are the things that I wanted to share with you. I hope that you'll support us. We love and miss all of our Sweetgrass people. I know that many were planning to come to Sweetgrass for the first time in 2020, and it didn't happen, and it didn't happen again in 21 or 22. Our eyes are set on 2023, just with some modifications and some changes. So friends, thanks so much for being patient with us already. Thanks for your love. Thanks for your support. And I can't wait to shake your hand and hug your neck at one of these events. So take care, and we'll talk soon.